Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have 3 games with my least favorite or maybe most hated tier 10 tank destroyers, however you would call this. The tanks which I do not enjoy, which I don't like, and which I just simply don't adore. Once again, I want to shout out the Skill4ltu index page for the ratings on every single vehicle. If you are curious yourself, you can check it out. Plus, on top of that, you can see equipment setup, find YouTube videos, find field modifications, find clan wars notes from the Daki himself, and in the same time, Skill4ltu Extra YouTube channel where you can find middle tier gameplay. And it is very similar to our daily dose of skill which you are having there, but with a lower tier tanks. That's about it. And now, without further ado, let's teleport into the game with my least favorite tank destroyers, shall we? And we are back, fellas. And the very first, my most hated or less loved tank is Almighty Jackpizda. Now let's talk about this tank. This tank unfortunately doesn't have absolutely anything about the alpha damage. Even gun accuracy is kind of meh if we are speaking about this tank. You can get penetrated into the superstructure, cupola, lower plate. You can get tracked, and after that it deserves to have as signature down in the bottom AK movie for adults, right? Now, talking about the gun, 1050 alpha damage, this is not bad. Penetration, 300 millimeters penetration. It is once again pretty good if you would ask me. Now, speaking about the gold ammunition, 420 penetration, the biggest penetration in the world of tanks, and this is absolutely amazing, and this is absolutely epic. But you see, it is not good enough to make this tank epic, if you know what I mean. Gun is only one part of the tank. Believe me, gun is only one part of the tank. You cannot expect to destroy everyone just because you have a big gun. In a way, it looks like a trash burn. You know, trash burn doesn't have a good armor. Trash burn doesn't have many things, but it has the gun. So same goes for this vehicle. Although there is a humongous difference, because I do not really mind trash burn, and I truly mind this vehicle. Right? That's the difference between those two. Now, look at this beauty. If we will be lucky. Always lucky. Always lucky. Minus 1000 in the face of the E50M. That was absolutely amazing. Okay, beautiful. Now the question is, can we smack this Type 5 heavy? This is the question. We might need to count a bit. 3, 2, 1. Wait. 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 Nah. I tried to find a good angle, but unfortunately I did not manage to find one. That's okay, fellas, relax, take it easy, we have all time in the world of tanks, and whenever this gentleman will try to get a bit involved here, we are going to smack him. Or alternatively, whenever he will try to go back. It doesn't really matter. Wait for it, and now. Beautiful 1000 in the face. Very nice. We are trying to make kind of hard angle for Fava to penetrate us for obvious reasons, and we are sitting around this area. I hear the Arta coming for us. Tier 8 Arta just hit us for 180, but that's completely fine. Now, what we are going to wait for, we are going to wait for until Fava is going to get spotted. And believe me, enemy Fava is not going to enjoy this game for a long time. Especially if we are going to have a light tank who is going to get involved. But unfortunately, our light tanks are not getting involved here, which is a bit of the silly goose thing. But that's okay. Relax, take it easy. No Fava, go up. Go up. That's all I care. Yep. Just a bit more. Just a... Oh, pixel. Pixel. Go. Unfortunately, we did not manage to punish this guy. That's okay. At this point, we are going to load the heat ammunition, even though we don't really need that many hits in this matchmaking, but this is going to be necessary just because we are running out of the standard ammunition at this point. And our next victim should be either light tank or either Skoda T50. I would say Skoda T50 is going to be our next victim. So let's wait for a moment until Skoda will get spotted, and he should get spotted somewhere here. You know what? I don't care about Skoda, I care about Sue. He just had way too many hit points, fellas, not to shoot him. I couldn't resist and I needed to go for it. Meanwhile, we are going to take our time and we will go for a base defense completely while having high explosives loaded. Why high explosives? Because Sue is down to one-shotable, or I supposed to say fartable. Skoda down to the fartable, Ruski light tank down to the fartable. If we will spot Sharpshooter, we can penetrate him with the high explosives. If we will spot the Scorpion, we can penetrate him with high explosives. This is very important thing as well, to know what kind of ammunition to use, at least in my humble opinion. It is insanely important thing, fellas, so keep this in mind. Our main mission obviously is to defend the base, and defend base we will. We are okay, fellas. So what is going to be our next victim? I would love to see enemy Scorpion, believe me. Okay, I'm spotted. So there is a tiny chance. Oh, Sharpshooter, yum, yum, yummy, yum. Okay, enemy Sharpshooter is sitting somewhere here, okay? Keep this in mind. Watch this. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I was dreaming about, and this is what I was waiting for. That's amazing. Now wait for it, and boom. Oh, yop, tararai. 1,500. I repeat, 1,500. Holy mother of bananas. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. If I would be Sharpshooter, I would say F my life and please F off, you mother trucker. How could you to hit me for this amount? It was amazing, honestly. It was truly amazing. Meanwhile, we want to craft a bit better angle to smack the enemy Scorpion. This would be absolutely amazing. Meanwhile, I have a feeling enemy light tank is sitting somewhere here, so let's go for a blind shot. Unfortunately, we missed it, but that's completely fine. Doesn't really change anything, and we can get a bit more involved in this game. Once again, our goal is to spot the Scorpion and to shoot the Scorpion. He has 1,000 hit points, so it would be very tasty one shot. And this is what we need, fellas. Obviously, Jacob is clicking from the back as well, so it would be nice to eliminate him from the game. And now you might think, no, Skill, I don't get it. Listen, you are saying this tank is not good, everything is bad, and you are doing 4,500 damage. Well, fellas, even a bad tank can have a decent chance to perform okay. Keep this in mind. Not every single tank is unplayable. And there is, in fact, I would say there is only a couple of tanks in the game which are pretty bad and unplayable, and in the same time with those vehicles, right, you pretty much cannot do anything. And even then, if all stars will be aligned, you can have a kick-ass game and you can have a very, very good performance overall. Anyways, we know enemy Arta is sitting here, we know the T-30 is sitting here, we know Scorpion never ever was spotted, but that means he should sit somewhere here in the back. That's what we know, and we are going to get advantage of the Scorpion to pump our score even more and to have a solid 5.5 thousand or 5.6 thousand, I suppose to say. So once again, let's take our time while driving, okay? We are enjoying our experience while exploring World of Tanks, and Scorpion should get spotted in no time whatsoever. In fact, Scorpion should sit somewhere here, and I am waiting for him, and in fact, Scorpion is saying, Dios míos. This is what Scorpion is saying. Not penetration, because we were shooting high explosives, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything. Now, I'm waiting for 10 seconds until still we can smack enemy Arta. I know for a fact enemy Arta is sitting somewhere here, and in fact I should probably blind fire him. Boom. Beautiful game. Absolutely amazing. 5.6 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage. This tank worked ideally, and we did everything properly, if you would ask me. It was a truly nice game. Now, Skill, would you have this kind of game with a griller? Sure. Would I have this kind of game with something else who has a good alpha damage? 268, sure. Bobject, 268 version 4. With Bobject, I would even play more aggressively, you know? This is the thing. So, in the end of the battle, we have... 5.6 thousand damage, 800 base experience, and we made 30,000 profits, which is always nice and always welcome. So that's the tank number 1. Let's teleport to the tank number 2. And we are back. The tank number 2 is nothing else but Chinese tier 10 tank destroyer. This tank do not have anything more than 268. And 268, in my humble opinion, is better in every single aspect, plus on top of that it is quicker. And you might try to debate with me, but armor of 268 is not that great. Yeah, that's true. In certain situations 268 armor is not working, but in certain situations 268 armor is just amazing. Plus on top of that, this tank is just simply weak. Anyways, now speaking about this gun and this tank. The gun is usually behaving like a kaku. The gun is usually showing a big fat middle finger for us, and we cannot do absolutely anything. But sometimes, for example, in this situation, we just hit EBR on the full move. And you know what is the funny thing? Skill, you are hating all tanks, but you are performing well. And you know what is the thing? Sometimes when I have a good session, I can play well even with the worst tanks in the game, you know? A lot of things are depending on the session itself. In other words, when the things are going well, the things are going well, and it doesn't really matter what kind of tank you are playing with. You are just having that lucky streak, and you are kind of unstoppable, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, what we are waiting at this point, we are waiting until enemy Jackpista will make a mistake, right? I would love to see this guy making a mistake. Let's see. If he would try to get a bit involved like this, we would be able to smack him. And in fact, I think we are going to be able to smack him anyways, because he is a bit more in here. And look at this beauty. Move, 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 move. Bam! Beautiful shot. 850. We took 420 hit like a professional YouTuber, fellas. Literally, no damage was made for us, and we pretty much showed the Jackpista that I am a better tank, fellas. More and more and more better games. I like it, fellas. I like it. Okay, anyway, so what do we want to do at this point? At this point, we are going to fight against this TN Hash. Actually, not really. We are going to smack this TVP, and before smacking TVP, let's kill Arta. Arta is dead, very nice. Now, after 10 seconds, we are going to smack enemy TVP for one or another bad decision he is making. Meanwhile, I see this E50, and this E50 won't like this, what he is going to see. Just give me a moment, fellas. Just give me a moment. We are okay, we are still completely fine. And you know what? In fact, I want to see enemy TVP sitting here. Can we see TVP in the open field? No, we cannot. Can we see the enemy Waffle sitting in the open field, trying to craft a good angle, and boom. Unfortunately, we missed our shot, but once again, this is completely understandable. Unfortunately, the angle wasn't that great as I initially thought it is going to be. Not a big deal. How about hit to TN Hash? Once again, fellas, please keep this in mind. We are having extremely good matchmaking for ourselves, and by saying this, I mean enemy team is kind of failing. Enemy team is not playing well, and enemy team is just taking one for the team pretty much. This would be description. Enemy team is taking one for the team. Speaking about one for the team, this guy is taking 600, that's good. E50 is thinking he is going to have a great day, but reality is a bit different. Meanwhile, 4 seconds and enemy Esterva will take 750 in the face. Well, this is the Chinese tank destroyer, I know. Aiming directly to the tank, we can overmatch like there is no tomorrow, and we are not doing any damage whatsoever. This is the tank I know. And instantly after that, we are having some kind of karma, right? When we are lighting him on fire, and that's okay. How about the shot to 140? Can we hit him, Russia? And we hit him for 840 and we lit him on fire. Crazy. Madness. Absolutely madness, speaking about RNG. Anyways, number 2, my most hated tank destroyer. We have 5.2 thousand damage, 700 assisting damage, so 6,000 combined. I don't want to talk about this session. Let's teleport into the scoreboard. And we are back, fellas. Yeah, quite interesting. 5.2 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage, so 6,000 combined session. Third by experience, first by the damage. We made 25,000 profits. Okay, not bad. Let's see what the third tank will bring for us. Let's go. And this tank, fellas, undoubtedly is my most hated tier 10 tank destroyer, because in reality, you're supposed to have good DPM. Well, you have good DPM. In fact, you have the best DPM speaking about the world of tanks, right? But the platform is just making me to scream. The platform is just making me to regret my life choices, and the platform is making me to hate my gaming experience whenever I am playing with this tank. And I want to be very, very honest with you. The armor is oh, I'm feeling so much better. The armor is not really reliable, and that's very important thing to say. The gun handling is not epic either, although it can work in certain situations, and all it is just kind of it's just not my tank. To be completely honest with you, it is just not my tank. That's about it. What we are going to do, we are going to make pressure together with our mouse. I know usually I am saying do not make pressure, fellas. Usually I am saying don't make pressure like this. And you know what? It is definitely correct thing. But at this situation, when we have a tier 8 matchmaking, I simply don't see the problem why wouldn't we, you know? We are just top dog in the field, and in this kind of situation we can get a bit involved in a way, right? And I can tell you one thing, this is not going to be easy for enemies to eliminate us from this battle. We have a very, very nice angles, we have a very nice position, and all we need to do, we need to craft the correct angle. Whenever we will craft correct angle, we can start beating the living crap out of the brother from other mother badger, and we can pretty much get assisting damage from our sniper schnitzels who are sitting in the back. And believe me, we have plenty of the sniper schnitzels. And plus on top of that, if it is not enough, we have mouse together with us. So this is also very, very good thing, and in order to take both of us down, for the enemies they need to do something very, very special. And in fact, I don't even know what they're supposed to do in order to eliminate us from the game. Speaking about the angles, there is a chance we can penetrate this guy, especially if we are going to load the gold ammunition. So at this point, when there is no no other way to get some use just to load gold, I am not going to hesitate. I am going to load the gold, and we are going to punish enemies for one or another mistake, right? And for example, you think this badger enjoyed himself? Because I really doubt he did. I think he did not enjoy it himself, and I think he is feeling quite sad about his performance and what he have done in this game. So yeah, that's good. Okay, moving on next, we are going to use our DPM against the 60 TP. And against 60 TP, we can easily, I repeat, we can easily eliminate him. Skill, you are moving sideways. Yep. And Skill, you are going to get hit by this gentleman. Yep. And Skill, you are going to claim his life like there is no tomorrow. Yep. This is exactly what will happen, fellas. You see, in this kind of situation, when enemies have no team whatsoever, we need to get involved, and this is exactly what we have done, and in fact, that's why we are having this kind of score. I am flabbergasted, fellas, and surprised how our session went. Looks like more I talk bad things about the tank is simply saying, oh, come on, Skill, I'm not that bad. 5,000 damage and 700 assisting damage. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, fellas. I truly don't. I try to present those vehicles as a bad tanks in the world of tanks, and first game, 5 point whatever, second game 5 point whatever, third game 5,000. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know. Anyways, this is the session which we have, and this is how my most hated tier 10 tank destroyers performed. So 5,000 damage, 3 kills, 700 assisting damage. It was a good game. We are first by damage, we are second by experience, and we made 16,000 profits. Call me silly goose, fellas, but this session went pretty well. So did you guess correctly my least favorite or my most hated tank destroyers or not? And I hope you are enjoying this session, fellas. I hope you are having a great time. And obviously, thank you very much for your support, because without you, I would not be able to do what we are doing now. So thank you very much for all patrons. Thank you very much for all people who clicked that join button and became sponsors in a way. And obviously, thank you very much for people who are buying bananas for us in the index page. Just because of you, we can keep going with index, and we can keep it up, right? So thank you very much for everything, fellas, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.